Hello, good morning. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had an amazing weekend. I had a weekend full of baseball and football, like literally from Friday night to Sunday night. Okay, I'm sharing this video, so hang tight because I want to reach as many greasy girls as I can. As many greasy girls as I can. So hang tight. Oops, that was wrong. Let's share onto my timeline. Happy Monday. Come check this out. All right, hang on, my friends. We're gonna take a few seconds to just go and share this with a few other girlfriends that are gonna need this video. And by the way, you can go ahead, stare at my skin. It ain't perfect. It's kind of messed up right now, and we're gonna talk about that and how to fix that. Let me get into my VIPs. My VIPs are gonna want this. Okay. Good morning. Good morning to you. This is a tutorial. My name is Jackie Lawrence, and I'm here to give you a tutorial on greasy skin, like makeup is your makeup sliding off your face? Because if it is, I have some solutions for you. I'm like the problem solver, okay? I'm gonna show you how to provide a solution to that. Now, before I get started, let's talk about oily skin, okay? And what you can do to combat oily skin. I know I'm just gonna talk about the elephant in the room, okay? I know there's an elephant in the room. I literally sat in the sun all weekend long, and this is the result of it, okay? I have a great skincare routine and can keep my adult acne typically under control. But when you're sitting in the sun and it's just, sweat just seeping into my face, I should have washed my face a little bit more. I did my typical 2 times a day, but you know what? I broke out, okay? I broke out. I'm not gonna freaking stress about it though, because A, I've got a solution to cover it, and B, I just gotta get back onto my normal skincare routine and it'll go away really fast. So, my oily skin girls, if you are oily, and you know what? Hey, I gotta make sure there's no mistakes here. If you're oily, okay, let's talk about oily skin. My computer just does not like me. Okay, here we go. If you're oily, okay, usually, so I'm gonna use my mom as an example. She's gonna kill me, but I'm gonna use her as an example anyways. She was telling me how she was putting on her makeup, and she was saying that, she's like, I need help. It's like literally wiping, it's just like sliding off my face. And so it reminds me of like a landslide, like it's just, so she wanted a solution to that. So first thing I always ask my oily skin girls this, are you using moisturizer on your face? And typically they'll say one of two things, no, or yes, only at night, okay? And here's number one problem solver. First of all, you need to know this. If you are extra oily, like I am oily in the summer and dry in the winter. If you are extra oily, most of the time, not always, but most of the time, it's because your body, your face is lacking moisture. Therefore, your oil glands overproduce oil. So it makes you oilier. So if you have oily skin and you are not using moisturizer because you think it makes your skin oily, you're actually making your skin oilier. Does that make sense? So your body's basically just craving some moisture. Your skin is craving moisture. It needs moisture in it, okay? It's so important. So here's what I recommend. Wash your face with a good cleanser, and then use a oil I actually have a moisturizer that is for oily skin, but it's moisturizer, okay? And it's called Renewing Day Cream, okay? And so that's going to help you stop overproducing oils, okay? So that you're providing them, it's basically utilizing the moisture for what it needs so that you're not overproducing oils, which is causing skin problems. So that's what you need to make sure you're doing first, is don't skip your moisturizer. Just use a moisturizer specific for your skin type, okay? So Renewing Day Cream is going to be what I would recommend for you with that. All right, second, so once you've got that on, okay, then you're gonna get ready to put makeup on. Now, in the past, I have recommended that you use primer, face primer, right? Which I still recommend. Okay, but for some of you who are super oily, I'm gonna show you an alternative to face primer. This is not oil based, but sometimes I'll hear from you. I hear you loud and clear. Sometimes I hear from my oily girls that I think it's just the feeling of it, because it's a really silky, smooth feeling. It feels oily, but it's not. So I have another solution for you, and it's this. Okay, this is my setting spray. Setting spray is going to help set your makeup, but there's some hacks with this. You can spray this on your face prior to putting on foundation. Okay, and this is gonna actually be, for my super oily girls, more efficient. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. And you know what? Before I do that, I am going to, oh, Facebook is doing different stuff. I can't tell people about this. I'll tag her later. Okay, so we're gonna put on some setting spray first. Okay, so I'm not using primer, I'm using this as a primer. That's what's awesome about it. And I want you to think of the plus sign and the X. So that's how you're gonna put it on. Plus sign and then an X, okay? So here we go, plus sign. I'm gonna back up so that I don't spray everything on my plus sign and then X. Okay, so I've covered my face. I'm actually gonna get more on my sides here. But for the most part, plus sign and an X. So it's gonna dry, okay? So this is gonna dry. It's not an oil based. It's messy. No, it's not messy. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry for a minute, and then I'm gonna get my foundation ready. Okay, so here's what I recommend. There's 2 different types of foundations that I recommend for my oily girls. This is a liquid that dries to a powder finish. This is 95% of you, this is gonna work for no matter what skin type you have, oily or dry, okay? Oily or dry, it's going to work for you. So 95%, this is what I recommend. But for my super, super duper oily girls, I'm going to recommend, this is a loose mineral powder, okay? So you can use a loose mineral powder. That will work as well and this is medium coverage. So it's gonna give you the coverage you need. Loose mineral powder or a pressed powder, okay? So for your foundation. The difference is though, if you're gonna use powders, which I'll have to do a whole nother tutorial for you on if you wanna see it, you need to use a makeup sponge or a blending bud. Like for example, my powders come with these sponges and you use the sponge to put it on because that'll give you that coverage. If you just dust it on with a powder puff brush, it's going to be very light coverage. So if you're only using powder for complete coverage, you'll want to use a sponge, or you can even use a blending bud. I need to clean mine. Okay? To provide the coverage that you want. That's what I recommend you use for medium to max coverage. I'm going to show you using this though. Like I said, because 95% of you, this is going to work for even if you're a greasy girl. Even if you're a greasy girl. Okay, so I sprayed on my setting spray, and now I'm going to use my liquid foundation. And I'm gonna use this brush. Okay, this is a powder puff brush, which I love. This is my favorite way to put on my foundation because it's super fast and easy. All right, so here we go. I am using, I'm gonna use a couple drops of 2 different colors. You don't necessarily need 2 different colors. I am just in between my shades right now because, I don't know. I was out in the sun yesterday, but of course I covered my face And taffeta is my winter color, and chiffon is my summer color, and so I'm not quite there to summer yet. So I'm just mixing the two. So I just put 4 drops on my brush, which honestly is probably too much. I probably only needed 3 drops. All right, so this is the key thing, Greasy Girls. It dries to powder, okay? So that's what we want. You want something that's a powder finish. Or you could just use powder, but I just prefer the coverage of this. It's a personal preference. But my mom swears by the loose mineral powder. That's what she prefers to use. Okay, so look, I'm just covering up. I pointed them out for you already, but you're gonna watch them disappear. Do you see how the redness goes away? I had redness around my nose. I should have done a better job, but you know I took a before picture for you. So you're going to see the before and after of this. All right, so I like to cover my entire face besides my eye bed. My eye bed I do last because we're gonna put concealer there, okay? And so when we put concealer there, I don't want a ton of product in my under eye area because then it starts to crease. So avoid your under eye area. If you have struggles with creasing or you have fine lines and wrinkles in that area. So I'm going into my hairline. And I'm just making sure everything's covered. Wow, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do a light layer in my eye area. So I do that last. Like, do I have coverage there? Yes, I do. Okay. All right, so pretty much it's covered everything, although those were pretty red and obnoxious, weren't they? They were kind of gnarly. So I'm gonna show you how to get more coverage out of certain areas on your face, because sometimes I'll get some of you that'll message me and say, I've got a dark spot on my face, and I like to go down my neck just because I've got lots of color and big, like, imperfections down there. They'll say I have a dark spot on my face, or I've got a honking huge red zit that just didn't give me 100% coverage. I mean, it covered it a lot, you guys, but I'm gonna show you how to give even more coverage to that area. You're gonna take your concealer, okay, and a shade darker than your foundation. So 1 shade darker, just 1. You don't wanna go too dark because otherwise it'll be too obvious. And you're gonna use the tiniest amount of that concealer, and you're going to apply it in the area that you need additional, that you maybe need additional coverage. And honestly, this only happens when I have like these, okay, here's confession. I picked them. My esthetician friends are gonna be like screaming at me, but I did, I picked them. They were whiteheads, I popped them. I know it's gross, but I can't stand it. And so now they're super inflamed and red. So you're not really supposed to do that. But because I did that, they're inflamed and red, so I'm going to use a little concealer to get more coverage. So I'm just gonna dab, 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 tiny bit, and you're just stipling that concealer into that area. What is that? It's an eyelash. Oh, let me get the eyelash off my face first. Okay, dab, dab, dab. See how it disappears? Da, 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 gone. And then I'm also gonna do a little bit, see I have a dark spot right here, you guys, that's an age spot. That's not a pimple, it's just an age spot. And so sometimes I'll go in there and do a little extra coverage there, but it's the tiniest amount. Done. Look at that. Like massive coverage, I love it. Okay, let's do it under eye highlight as well. So we're not done. We're gonna do it under eye highlight, and then I have one more tip for my greasy girls, my oily, greasy girls. So let's just review real quick. You're gonna use this as primer underneath. It's called setting spray, but you're gonna use it as primer underneath. You're going to use either a powder foundation, which I showed you. There's 2 different kinds, okay? There's loose mineral powder, there's pressed powder, And then there's liquid to powder finish foundation. Okay, which is, I'm gonna say 95% of you are gonna want this, but we do have powder. And if you're not sure what color, girlfriends, you know to message me because I will help you with the color. Okay, so this is concealer. That is, we're gonna do under eye concealer. And it is 2 shades lighter than my foundation. So under eye concealer needs to be 1 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation that you put on your face. So I'm gonna use a little bit of concealer. And I'm gonna tell you, you really don't need a ton. These little tubes will last you like 8 to 10 months, if not longer, depending on how much you use. All right, so I'm taking my concealer brush and I'm going to apply it. Now, if you have really, really oily under eye bed area, like I do have some clients that are really oily down here, okay, then I would recommend a powder concealer. There's such a thing. It's just foundation that's 2 to 3 shades lighter than it's powder foundation, 2 to 3 shades lighter than your regular foundation. So you can use powder in that under eye area as well to do an under eye highlight. Like I know I have got a friend of mine who I'm getting ready to do her makeup for a wedding, and she is super oily down here. So I'm not gonna do a cream-based concealer because it's not gonna be as efficient. Although, like I'm talking extreme oily. That's extreme. Okay, for again, 95% of you, this concealer is gonna work just fine for. But there is gonna be one step that everyone should do whether you're oily or not, but my oily girls are really, like this is like a do not skip, like a must do part of your makeup routine. Okay, so under eye highlight on, and then I'm just gonna take a blending bud, I'm gonna spray it down so it's damp, okay? And I'm spraying it down almost out with rose water, but you can use regular water. So you want it damp, you don't want it soaking wet, and all you do is just press. So you can see my under eye highlight. It's amazing. Look at that. So, see how it blends right in? It kind of uplifts my eyes. I've got an under eye highlight. Done. Okay, one more step, my greasy girls. My greasy girls. This is called, it's backwards, I know, but it's called translucent setting powder. So this is powder that has no color to it. Okay, so it's for everyone. There's no, which color should I get for setting powder? It's the same for everyone. It's translucent, it's clear, but it's setting powder. If you are very oily or very greasy, you need this, okay? There's a few reasons why you need this. This is going to set your face so it doesn't slide off, okay? This is gonna make sure that your foundation doesn't slide off throughout the day, so you wanna put it over your entire face, okay? Also, this is going to help diffuse fine lines and wrinkles and pores. Hello? I use it for that reason alone, okay? It's like the magical age eraser. So this is what you do. Take a powder puff brush, dip it in there, tap off the excess. Now I like to pack it on to my under eye area first. So I actually go in there and pack it on because I wanna make sure that that area specifically is soft. Look at how, see? It's soft, it's like cashmere, it's amazeballs. Did I just say that? I did, sorry. Okay, so I pack it in that area, okay, and then I will lightly dust it over the rest of my face. And my oily skin girls, this is what sets your makeup. This is what keeps your makeup from not moving, okay? So, let's review. Let's review, shall we? Let's review. Okay, so oily skin, greasy girls, you must use moisturizer. Just use an oil, a moisturizer specific for oily skin. I recommend the Renewing Day Cream. Okay, so you can go to thicklonglashes.com, click on makeup and skincare, and it'll be listed under there. I would use that first. You need it because basically your body is overproducing oil because it's lacking moisture. So you need the moisturizer. Then I would use the setting spray as your primer. So you don't use this. If you're using this and you're having oily skin problems, use setting spray as your primer. Okay, so you put the setting spray on, and then you're going to choose one of 3 foundations. Okay, unless you are like ridiculously oily, I would recommend a liquid to powder foundation. This dries to a powder finish, so it's amazing for all skin types, including oily skin. But if you're like super duper 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 oily, then you could use this is called loose mineral powder or pressed powder that you're going to apply with a sponge or a blending bud. Okay, and so that's going to give you the same coverage that I just put on. Okay, but it's just powder. My mother swears by this, and she's got super oily skin. Okay, once that's on, you can use your concealer to do an under eye highlight, right? And then you're going to use your translucent powder to dust right over the top of it. And that's gonna keep your makeup on all day. I guarantee it. Yeah, I guarantee it. Okay, so if you have more questions in regards to this, comment below or private message me. If you need a color match, just message me and say, Jackie, I need a color match. And I will color match you to a foundation. We can even do a little consultation so I can help you determine what foundation type will be best for your skin. Okay, I hope everyone has an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.